Hello again. Yes, it's another iPod Touch video. As you can see, I've got it hooked up to my hi-fi over there for some louder, clearer sound. Last time I showed you the keyboard music-related apps, but this baby's got plenty of other tricks up its sleeve, as its many screens of apps that I've uploaded prove. First up, I'm going to show you the SID player. Now this enables you to play SID files, which are the music files used by the old SID chip on the Commodore 64. So there is, for example, one of the theme tunes to the game Sanction, so we'll let that play in the background. This was quite a find for me today, this one, because there's 33,000 different SID tunes built into it, so you should never be short of a bit of old school bleepy music to listen to. So that's the SID player anyway. Sounds particularly impressive if you've got a hi-fi to feed into. Oh yeah, let me see, what else can I show you? Well, I'm going to whiz back to the first screen and I'll show you Ipod. Now this was originally done by someone else unofficially and called iBeer, and it uses the accelerometer very well. And then Carling did this version called Ipod, and you can pour it out as if you're drinking the beer, and then if you're still thirsty and you decide you want another pint, you just click pour another pint, and it all comes glug glug glug. There you go, your virtual drink. Does everything but actually refresh you. So let's see what else we got. There's some things that it really amazes me they've fitted it all into such a small device. For example, Google Earth was always impressive on a full-size computer, but here it is running on something small enough to fit in your pocket, which I wouldn't recommend, by the way. I put my first iPod Touch in my pocket and it died within 6 weeks. My only criticism of Google Earth is it uses the accelerometer, and therefore when you put it down, if you're at an angle, it then decides to fly off in all sorts of weird directions. So if I could find a way of turning off the accelerometer, that would be a killer app. What else have we got? Well, there's various other music-related applications. For example, this is one of the one of the drum pads you can get. I'll turn up my amp because it's not very loud. Yeah, this is a free one. I've got a few bought ones as well. One of the very impressive games on here is Virtual Pool. This is not surprisingly one of the most
Welcome to Virtual Pool. Here's how to play. To adjust your view,
popular
slide your finger up and down.
games on the iPod Touch, because it really takes full advantages of the graphics and the processing power.
And foot forward. Your finger should remain on the screen during the entire stroke.
So it's a quick demo of Virtual Pool. Other interesting things they've done on here is there's something called Y-Fophum, which will basically do a more advanced version of what you can do in the settings menu, and that's detect nearby Wi-Fi networks. only it's now telling me not only the name of the router, but also the signal strength, as well as whether it's locked or not. And you can also display this in a radar form to reveal what direction these Wi-Fi signals are coming from. Other sound-related ones, which make a nice sound to listen to anyway. Well, a sound to listen to. Here's Plasma Ball. Now, I've owned a couple of real plasma balls over the years, but they've both come to a sticky end because they tend to be made of rather thin glass and have ended up getting broken. So here's one in the virtual world, and you can do the whole two-finger thing with it. But this being an iPod, you can also zoom in and out with it. If I can... There you go, you can zoom right in. Well, it's not playing ball today. So that's Plasma Ball. Also on here there's an app that allows you to listen to Capital, the radio station in London. Now, I'm not a big fan of Capital, but I am a big fan of London, and so what I do like is all the info you get up on here. Like, it will tell you what state the tube is in, and it will put up various traffic cameras as well as people's Flickr photos of London. Let's see, what else can I show you? There's iDrum from Ministry of Sound. Now, this basically is filled with dance music drum patterns. And you can change the BPM. Gradually get it up to dance floor speeds. This is a pattern called White Isle. There's also various others. So, wow. Again, sounds very impressive if you hook it up to either headphones or a full-size amp. What else can I show? I can show you Wonder Radio, which basically allows you to listen to stations you might only be able to pick up in mono on DAB, such as BBC 7, in full stereo off their website feed. It's been a bit hit and miss, this, in practice. It does work, but it has been known to cut off and lose the stream mid-program, which is a bit inconvenient. So that's Wonder Radio. Got another drum kit down here called simply Drum Kit, which has a proper nice graphic of a drum kit on it. And some very nice high quality samples in it. What else is there? There's television. Slightly inaccurately named, well, very inaccurately named, because it doesn't really allow you to watch TV. What it does instead is give access to various clips from online networks. So here's a bit of CNN, for example. So here's a bulletin from earlier today.
Good morning to you. I'm Prashant Saunders at the CNN.com newsroom in Atlanta. Here's a look at what's happening now in the news. At least 155 people have been killed in the Hamas-controlled Palestinian territory. So
there you are. I will quickly show you I'll show you mini A to Z before we run out of time entirely, because I've already gone past 10 minutes and I know what YouTube's like. So there's mini A to Z. So there you go, there's several other applications that you can try out on your iPod Touch.